If you recall, we started learning divs because we wanted to have two of our lists next to each other. We would add these lists in two separate divisions and align them next to each other. Let us learn more about divs so that we can get to our desired outcome. In the previous lesson, we created two divs. How do we get these divs to align next to each other? HTML allows you to use float property to define on which side your element should float. Let me go to CSS and make the division float to left and see what happens. I will do so by adding following line in div selector. You would see that both the divs used are floating to left. Let us see what happens when you float divs to right. We go back to our CSS and change value of float property to right. We can see in the outcome that both divs are floating to right now. Our desired result is to get one element to float to right and other element to float left. We can achieve this by giving identity to each of these division and then defining float property for them. I want the div with this is div1 content to float on left and the other division to float on right. The purpose of id attribute is to give identity to div. Let me set id attribute as left for my division 1 and id attribute as right for second division. The id attribute uniquely identifies the element when scripting or styling with CSS. Since id is used to uniquely identify elements, same id must not be assigned to multiple elements. We will now go back to our CSS file and write id selector for each div to set their float property. This is how we will do it. Let me see how text.html file now looks. You would see that division with id left is floating to left and the one with the id right is floating to right, as we defined in the id selectors. I can simply add these two divisions to my index.html file and get the result. You would see that I have added div with id left to ordered list and div with id right to unordered list. Let us go and check outcome. You would see that we have achieved our desired result. I do not need this 1 pixel border or padding to these divisions. I define this styling for div selector. I will simply go to id selector and assign padding as 0 and border as none. This is how your page will look now. In this lesson, you have learned different methods of applying style on an HTML element. In earlier chapters, we used HTML selector to style elements. You can use id to style any element in your HTML file, just the way you did it for div elements in this lesson. In general, you should use id only once. In the helper text, we have mentioned why you should use id once. So what if there are number of divs in your HTML file and you want to apply same style on multiple divs? In the next lesson, we will learn how to use same styling to more than one div elements.